Hi guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be telling you how I made my skin go from this to this. I'm just gonna get right into the video. If you want to enter my giveaway, be sure to check out the video that's listed in the description box down below and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, you guys know the drill. Leave me a comment down below because I do answer every single comment because I love talking to all of you. And with all that being said, let's just get into it. So growing up, my skin has always been my biggest insecurity. I would look in the mirror and I would absolutely not like what I was looking at. And that is because I had acne and pimples. And I don't want to say it was the worst acne in the world because it wasn't. I know that so many people do have it worse. I want to say before I get any further into this video that you're beautiful just the way you are. Whether you have a pimple, whether you have acne, whether you have clear skin, you're beautiful. And you shouldn't let acne or a pimple define you. But that is what I did. And for me, when I looked in the mirror, I just wasn't happy. The first thing that I want to say before I tell you guys how I cleared my skin is you see things a lot worse than other people see things. For example, you can think that you have such bad acne and other people may not even see it. I have heard that so many times. So many people have said it to me when I was going through things. And then when my face finally got clear, I started hearing my friends say, look how big this pimple is, or look how bad my acne is. And when I was looking at them, I didn't even realize it until they mentioned it. So just keep in mind that people aren't focusing on whether you have acne or not. And if they are, then they're just probably not nice people. And that you shouldn't let it define you because you were so much more than a pimple or acne on your face. However, like I said, I used to look like this, and now my skin looks like this. The thumbnail is me with and without pimples, obviously, but I don't have makeup on in either picture. The thumbnail from me having like acne on my face was from a couple years ago, and the thumbnail that has like my clear skin now is obviously from today. With all that being said, I'm going to go through the story time of how I actually cleared my skin. Be sure to stay till the end so you can see the products I use and everything like that. So growing up, like I said, my acne wasn't the best and I just wasn't happy with how I looked. And when I looked in the mirror, I wasn't happy with who I saw. And it was mainly because I let my acne and my pimples define me. And again, I want to stress, please don't do that. It will honestly make you go crazy. That's what happened to me. I would come home from school, I would cry every day because I just wasn't happy with what I was seeing. I saw all my friends with beautiful skin. In my mind, I was just like, why can't I have nice skin? I don't understand. And I would wash my face like crazy. I did everything I possibly could to try and avoid getting pimples. And for a while, it was very not noticeable. I started getting pimples around 6th grade and I tried to hide it, but then the makeup wasn't working and it was just like caking on my face and it looked worse. So what I did was I just went barefaced, and in middle school I wasn't that insecure about it because I know a lot of people do tend to get them in middle school, and in middle school I was just like a different person than who I was now. So I just had that like kind of like sporty look and I didn't care what people thought about me. I wish I was still like that and didn't care what people thought about me, but I do now. And I guess that happens when you grow older and everything like that, and like when you mature. Then going into high school, I realized that even though my acne wasn't like all over my face, my forehead would break out so bad. I would get huge pimples, and I mean like huge bumps on my head. And in my head I was like, you know what, I'd rather just have tiny little bumps because this one huge bump looks like a unicorn. I want to say right now that I am not saying that that's what I think when I see people with pimples, because it is not. That's just what I thought when I saw myself with it. So I'm only sharing this to tell you guys that you're not alone if you do think that, because I felt like that too. And I just want you to know that that is not how other people see it. I promise I don't even notice people with pimples, and if I do, it's only when they tell me like, oh my gosh, look how big this pimple is or something like that. It's never because I just think to look for a pimple. And if I see it, I would never say anything unless that person asked. And honestly, it doesn't change my thoughts about you at all. I am still going to think you're beautiful, and you have to remind yourself that it's temporary and it's gonna go away. But obviously it is frustrating at the time, and I felt like I would always get a pimple on my birthday. I would always get a huge bump on my head when I had an event or a photo shoot to come up or something like that, and I would always get so upset, and it would make me not even want to go out with my friends because I was so insecure because they had such nice skin. So I went to school, no one said anything. I just felt like internally they were thinking it, even though they 100% were not. And eventually I went to the dermatologist. I am someone who does not like using products as in medicine on my face, and I didn't want to go to the dermatologist for so long because I was scared that I was going to have to take medicine in order to cure it. And if you are someone who has to do that, I want to say there's nothing wrong with it. I just prefer doing things naturally. So for so long I was just trying to wait it out, and I should have just went to the dermatologist from the start like my mom was telling me. But I finally went to the dermatologist, and you guys, when I tell you my skin did not get better for like 3 years, I mean it. I tried so many products and none of them worked. I tried like a vitamin A serum that the doctor gave me. I tried so many different ones. I tried like little like towelettes that you can put on your face. Everything prescribed from my dermatologist. It was just getting worse and I did not know what to do. And then finally I went to her and she was like, this is the last product I have. If it doesn't work, I don't know what you can do for topical solutions to put on your face. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is not what I want to hear. So I got this gel from the doctor, and for the first like couple days it wasn't getting worse, but it wasn't getting better. So I was like, okay, maybe this will actually work. And then all of a sudden I started seeing such good progress, and I was shocked because at this point in my life I was a sophomore in high school and there was bumps everywhere. From here to here, little tiny bumps filled everywhere. And I would look at my face and I was like, oh my gosh, how can this part down be perfectly clear and this part be like so bumpy? So when I started to see that slowly clear up, I was getting so happy, but I didn't want to get my hopes up. And then finally I woke up one day, it was about like maybe a month or two later, and my skin was clear. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I have been waiting for this day since 6th grade. I'm so happy. Like, how did this happen? I literally felt so much joy in me, and I was at my like all-time high. And that product that I used and still use to this day is called Acne. Again, that was prescribed by a dermatologist. So if you did want to try using it, you would have to get it prescribed by a dermatologist and have her say that it's safer to use and everything, because disclaimer, I'm not a skincare doctor. I'm only talking about my experience. So just a reminder to always ask a doctor before you try anything. But that is what worked for me. And at the time I was also using this Proactive soap bar on my face to cleanse it in the morning, and I still use that occasionally, but I don't really think it does anything. I think that the only reason why my skin became so clear is because of the Acne. And as for what I use to wash my face at night and to get my makeup off, occasionally I will use Neutrogena makeup wipes. I don't use those as much anymore. I kind of just stick to the natural soap and water just because I know that that's better for my face. And for a soap bar that I use to clean my face, every single night and morning I wash my face with a Dove Sensitive Skin soap bar. I do want to say that you should really make sure that you're not over washing your face, because even though you may think it's really good like I did, it can actually harm your face and make your face really dry and everything like that. So overall, my story with acne and pimples wasn't the worst that it could be, and I know that other people really do have it worse than me, but at that time it just felt like it was never going to end. And I'm making this video to let you guys know that it will end and there is a solution to everything. You just have to keep fighting and remember that it's going to take time, but things will happen. Again, my face looked like this, and now it looks like this. So there is hope and always light at the end of the tunnel. Always remember that. But most importantly, please remember that you are beautiful no matter what. No matter what you are struggling with and what you may see in the mirror, other people see it differently, and I promise you, it is not as bad as it seems, even though in your mind it's going to seem really bad. I've been there with weight gain, I've been there with weight loss, I've been there with acne and everything like that. I know how it feels. Maybe not to the extent that other people know how it feels, but I know how it feels to a certain extent, and I want you to know that I'm here for you. Other people support you as well, and it is going to get better. If this video did help you, please let me know and I can make a part 2 with any questions you may have or anything like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. And on a less serious note, if you want to enter my giveaway, be sure to look at the description down below so you can know how to enter. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.